on, okay, and also reveal. Here we go. So, like, you're going to look across here, and you're like, uh-oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness, that's not. How do we fix it? Well, what you can do is click on the analytical line. Let's just assume this is the right location, okay? You've got to find out, right, which one's the right location. Let's assume that's the right location. You can go analytical adjust, boom. Oh, this is a beautiful world. The analytical adjust world. The analytical adjust world is built off of the massing environment, which is another new technology in there, okay? So, old, new, got it? Old, okay, so new. Let's use it. Here we go. Ready? So, all you have to do is select on the end here, boom, and say, pick new host. And you pick it, and then boom, done. Finish it. And you're like, yeah. You only move the analytical line, not the physical beam. Okay. Watch, this is how you move the physical beam. You just use the align tool. Now, the align tool won't work in 3D because there's nothing to snap to here. Okay, you do course where there's nothing to snap to, right? And I was having this problem, like, I want to teach this class, I want to do this, but I have nothing to snap to. I have nothing to snap to. Why don't you make something to snap to, right? That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, watch how easy this is. Ready? So simple. Edit your baby. Boom. Okay? We're going to put a center line on our beam. Ready? Here we go. So, go reference level, model line, and you can do it invisible, say do invisibility, whatever. Okay? Make sure it's the top plane. Okay? Like that. And then all you do is just snap it like that, lock it down, snap it there, lock it down, snap it in the middle, lock it down, boom, load it back in, and away you go. See how easy that was, right? If anyone wants this, you just email me and I'll make one for you, okay? All right, ready? And boom, boom, and
pow.
Boom. Oh, how cool is that? Come on now. Is that awesome? So easy. Oh, that gets better. Oh, it gets better. So much better. You're like myself, I can just drop into that beam and snap it on there. Yeah, you can. What if it's curved? What if you got some crazy geometry, right? The analytical model is beautiful because it does some amazing things like this. Watch. So let me go ahead and 3D snap the beam here again. Okay? Right? And then you're like, you know what? What's amazing is, let's say this is a curved beam, right? Let's say you want that beam on the quarter point along the arc, right? How would you do that right now? Do you go and plan, you cut a section, and then you look at that elevation, and then you draw the beam at that elevation, is that right? No. Come on now. You tell me how you would take a beam, and you would place it along the quarter point of this arc. How would you do that right now? It's a difficult thing to, what now? Edit the family, you can edit the family. I want to show you something even cooler. Okay? You can use the power of the analytical model. Okay, so all you do is just like this. Okay? So here we go. Ready? Analytical adjust. Ready? Select the node. Pick new host. Remember that? You don't have to host points. You can have hosted surfaces and you can host with curves. Go like this. Pick new host. Boom. One. Pick new host. Boom. And then you can come over here. Oh my goodness, look, that's 0.75 is measured from that side. You can make it 0.75 for that side. You see moving in place. You can do for that side. You see, you can normalize with the curve at the end, 0.75, right? Wow, that was really close. Holy smokes. Wow. But you get exact along that arc line. Oh, beautiful. Right? And you go finish. Now, 3D align works pretty good. At this point, right, boom. But did you see that just jump, right? The analytical line will always follow the model line, okay? The physical model, okay? So the way to fix that is you can come over here, you can select this, you can say analytical adjust, you can click back on it, you can say reset analytical, and it will drop back into the place. Now everything is in the right spot, and everything's happy, and everything's cool, right? But you have to do that on a curved system or something really complicated. You have to place the beam, move the analytical model, right, edit it, snap the nodes, then align it, and then you have to click it again, say reset it, right? There's a lot of steps in there. So you know what I did? I went like this. Oh, I'm so excited. Watch this. Oh, watch this. I went like this. Okay, that's its right location, isn't it? So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to fuss with that. You know what? Oh, I was actually kind of frustrated one night. I was like, I'll just do my 3D snapping. What did I just do? Oh, I got to take down the journey. Watch this. Oh, my God. Oh, so cool. And I was like, the clouds like parted and the sun shined on me. And I was like, oh my goodness, if I can accept the fact that I can take the game, and I thought about everything I did. Oh my goodness, look at this. An elephant. These all have something in common. Oh my goodness. This thing right here. Thank you for going on that journey. Oh my goodness, it's the most powerful element in Revit. It is the Revit node. Oh, look at this thing. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is going to change your lives. I thought, if I can use the harness the power of the analytical model is just like an adaptive component. It's just like a two-point adaptive component. Wow, I just need a two-point adaptive component, right? Oh, you got the G through. Watch this. Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. Ready? Want to do structural framing? Oh, so easy. Ready? Oh, you struck that off. Here we go. Ready? Boom. Analytical. Adaptive component. Watch this. I'll just do one example. Ready? Here we go. Oh, so cool. Watch this. Oh. Here we go. Ready? So you're like, how does that work? Oh, it's so cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, so did you see, if you can accept the fact that you have a line that is a work line and you just snap a beam to it, isn't that kind of an afterthought, just using all that old technology to snap a beam onto it? That's kind of, you do that later, right? You want to set up all your work lines, don't you? To kind of get it all just right. That's the point. That's the bones of your framing. And then whatever you hang on it later is really kind of secondary, right? So you think about it that way. But the problem with the 16-year-old technology that is a structural framing beam, it doesn't have that ability to be flexible and be able to snap your 2 points and host them anywhere. It doesn't. Okay? So we're going to use the adaptive component because it does. So watch this. It's really easy. I can model an adaptive component for you really quick. So adaptive component, basically, if you want to build a new one from scratch, you just click your generic model adaptive, and then you come over here to, okay, and then you come over here to these blank 2 points. Just put 2 points down anywhere. Doesn't this look familiar? You select the end, say make adaptive. Doesn't that look kind of like the analytical line of the beam? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so just load that in, boom. Okay, but I already have one loaded in, so just load that right in and it's done. And if you don't want to make it, email me, I'll make one for you. Okay? Alright, so we got one right here. Here we go, 2-point beam center line. Right? The really cool thing here is that now you can actually snap to all this stuff. Oh my goodness. So cool. Oh my goodness. Okay. So there you go. So let me see if I can do this one. Let me do it here. So you just drag it into place, and then it will tell you where you want point 1. And if you don't have experience with adaptive components, I suggest you go ahead and run to your office and learn it, because it's like really cool way to feature stuff. Really awesome. Okay, so what you can do is you can actually host this onto curves. You can get the center line or whatever. It's not that important. You see here, you get the same thing. If you want to put this on the corner point, you do 0.25, right? See how that works? So you can host it onto curves. Or, has anyone tried to put in a kicker, like a deep beam, and try to put in a kicker? down to the lower flange. Anyone try to do that? What do? You cut a section?
Yep.
Yeah? And then you look at it and you kind of get the beam up on the corner and you kind of get it down in the lower part of the flange, maybe that little K zone, and you kind of just get it just right? And then when you're being moved, everything just all messes up, right? And then you got to cut all your sections again. Well, after this class, you won't have to model your roof framing in 2D ever again. I model all my roof framing in 3D, okay? So, I was going to say 2 because I do the flat stuff, but let's do it. All right, ready? So here, watch this. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Ready? Watch this. You don't have to host a point onto a curve. You can host it onto the face. See that face of that web? Boom. You see that? Oh, and when you actually when you host a point onto a face, it actually gives you UV coordinates. So if you wanted this, so for example, if you wanted this down at the very bottom of your flange, you make it 0, and the beam is say 24 inches, and you want it halfway, you say 12, and you see that, but you're like, no, I actually want it up 1 foot. You're like, okay, it's up 1 foot, and you see that? And then, when you get everything set up, right, boom, 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 boom. Once you get everything set up, that's when you come over here, and you say, oh, I'll take my structural beam, I'll do my 3D snapping. And then I'll have myself a structural beam snapping party. Because that is the easy part. The framing and the work point is the difficult part. So how cool is that?
That's pretty bad.
That's fun, Danny, Marcel, that is awesome, but you know what? Gosh, I moved my work line. I moved my adaptive component, and now I have to re-snap all the beams on them. Yeah, you do. But you don't have to. Okay, there's another technology out there that will help you do that for you. Anyone want to guess what that is?
Dynamo.
Dynamo. Oh yeah, watch this. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. So let's back up a little, really quick. Any questions while I'm doing this? No questions? No questions. Okay, so here we go. Ready? All we're going to do is put framing on that. We're familiar with the structural framing node. I use the structural framing node all the time. It's my friend. Okay, so watch this. Ready? Here we go. Boom. And we go dynamo. We got 12 minutes left, right, Jason?
Right.
All right. Dynamo. Yeah, watch this. New. Okay, Revit. We're going to be placing structural framing down. So we go elements. We go to structural framing beam by curve. Okay. And then we got curve, level, and structural framing. All right. So then we go over to selection. And we need to put in a level. Level doesn't really matter a whole lot, like I said, unless it's horizontal. And then for the actual framing type, it depends what you want to put on there. Let's just put something like a 60 by 26. But we'll fire that up. Now let's look at curves. How do you get the curves? All we have to do is tell Dynamo to select all of those adaptive components and extract the curve, which is so easy. Watch this. Ready? Family types, okay? And it was called 2-point centerline. So you can just kind of type in 2, there it is, 2-point centerline. That selects the family type. You got to select all instances of that family type. So you use this one, all elements of family type. Boom, done. Now it's selected all the instances, which I think there are only 4 here. Then you have to extract the curve. So you go here to Revit, you go elements, and you say elements. And this really awesome node we used before, it's kind of hidden. It'll drive into any family you pick and it'll pull out the curve. Okay? So you can kind of see those before. Okay? And then all you do is just wire that thing up and all you want from handicap. Oh, watch this. You know what I get people every time I do it. Oh my goodness, watch. Boom. See that? Oh, look at that, man. And then, if something would happen to move, Dynamo's tracking must change. So the Dynamo moves the big thing. How cool is that? Come on now. We'll even use adaptive components. That was called 2 points, sometimes the name structural framing. W16 by 26, W24 by 55. That's the name of the adaptive component. We'll place that type on each one. And then it's just a matter of 2 or 3 seconds to place all that structural framing on all those adaptive component wires. Okay? One more thing is adaptive components, when you look at them, here we go edit the family. The question is, what do you do, and then I'm not even gonna get this, right? Because this is really helper geometry, isn't it? Like, what do you do with the adaptive component, right? It's in your model, right? The estimator may not want it, you don't want to schedule it. Well, when you build an adaptive component, you have the ability to change the category. Now, it doesn't have structural framing, but you know what? You know what I mean? You build the adaptive component, you have to put it into a category. If you don't, it'll be under generic model. Everyone following me? Yeah. So what category do you put it in? I was giving this presentation at a local user group, and someone went to me and was like, hey, where's the structural framing category? And I was like, oh, no. Can't look at it that way. No. You gotta be ready to frame. Because I came from a massing environment. You know how many categories were in the massing environment? One. So when I built my first adaptive component, I opened this up and I was like, look how many categories there are! Oh my goodness! 1, 2, 3, 4, which one am I gonna pick? Which one am I gonna pick, right? So it's that kind of attitude. You see the difference? Right? Where's my category? Right? Look at all those categories! You see the difference? Right? Okay, so today it's also attitude, right? What kind of attitude do you have when you model? Like these kind of things. It's like, ooh, we don't use planting, so we stick it on the planting because it won't sketch. But you know what? You figure it out. Okay, everyone got that? Okay, cool. Any questions about that?